Hi, Steve. That's right. We have the full story for you now. That's the state superintendent saying that we won't have the data-driven criteria until at least August 7th. And today we asked the governor how we're making decisions at a time when testing is dropping and data is incomplete.
It's highly contagious, and it's in every part of our state.
Governor Doug Ducey starting with how COVID-19 is widespread in Arizona, but it didn't take long for him to say,
Over the last couple weeks, you see the beginnings of a trend in the right direction. We need to continue that.
It's hard to really know how many cases there are in Arizona, as one of the largest labs has a backlog of 60,000 tests. That, as we're learning, testing is dropping too. And the governor claims it's because the demand has dropped. Here's my exchange with the governor.
Governor, how can you say that cases are going down when there's a 62,000 backlog at one of the state's largest labs? Testing is dropping. How can you make data-informed decisions without that incomplete data? And how did that backlog get this bad?
Well, first,
and if we're not testing and turning tests, then there's not cases, right?
We are testing. We have over 1 million tests that have been conducted in Arizona. Our cases are going down by our data and by independent sources' data. Our cases are going down. Now, there is a backlog. That is also a fact. The private labs have been swamped, and we're in a bit of a dilemma.
The state is now working with SonoraQuest to help with the backlog, and Dr. Kara Chris says it should be completed by July 31st. Also big today, the governor extending the closure of bars, restaurants, water parks, tubing, and nightclubs. There is no timetable for reopening these businesses. It's a decision that will be reviewed every 2 weeks.
So when you say your decisions are going to be guided by public health and not politics or what's popular, you listen to public health, and the recommendation for these venues is closure.
And on the school front, the Department of Public Health will put out metrics to help guide districts when it's safe to reopen. But it's up to school leaders to decide if they want to adopt them. What are the metrics? We don't know yet. The recommendations will come out in the next 2 weeks, and after some schools already start the school year. We asked Superintendent Hoffman if she trusts the governor on making these decisions.
We're all faced with making extremely difficult decisions, and so I'm not here to question Governor Ducey's decisions. But what I will say about trusting the data, that's why it was so important to us to be working with the Department of Health Services and also the county health departments in coming up with a plan together of what data points to be looking at, and not just one data point.
The governor's plan moving forward is ramping up testing, increasing the lab capacity, and adding more collection sites. He says the state will continue to watch the efficiency of those mitigation strategies that are in place. Reporting live in Phoenix, Nicole Grigg, ABC 15, Arizona.